Hello, it's Pastor Graham here reading Wednesday's message for the 8th of July 2020. The title for tonight is Forgiveness, and I have a really special reason this week to share with you about forgiveness. The subject has been brought close to my heart. In fact, you may even think it is stupid, but little things sometimes make a big impact. I'm a great dog lover. I have wanted to own one ever since I've been in the Philippines. However, there had been discussions whether the property owner would allow this. Last Thursday I was introduced to a husky cross bitch, just 5 years old, requiring adoption. She was housed in a small cage and my heart went out to her. Permission was granted, and after she had been bathed, she was brought to my home. I was so happy. I had a guest stay over the weekend who volunteered to cook homemade food for her. She, the dog, was amazing. She went to the door and barked if she wanted to go out, barked if she needed food or water. Perfect. Monday came, my visitor had gone home. Bella the dog missed her and cried at the door. I fed her, no problem. After taking her for a nightly walk, the third walk of the day, and before curfew, we arrived back in the compound and shut the gate. She suddenly bolted, pulled me over, managed to exit her harness and tried to escape. She's so strong. A neighbour helped me grapple her to the ground. She objected using her teeth, but between us we managed to get a lead on her. She had to be dragged back to the house as she refused to use her legs. Once in the house, she returned to her normal self. So now the question, what do I do with her? She was on a week's trial, so she could be returned. I felt my age suddenly, not as strong as I thought I was or I used to be. Was she a danger to me? I felt a little intimidated. My back hurt from being pulled over. Oh, help! What should I do? I had her for company and she really was all that. I would so miss her now. I started to think, by the grace of God, as God looks at me, He adopted me into His family. He bought me, paid the price, the blood of His Son. He knew I would not be perfect. I would go my own way at times. I would not want to conform to His will, but He still chose me. He is so pleased when I make progress, so pleased when He can reward me, bless me. When I go wrong, He sees His Son on the cross who paid for my pardon. I started to think a little more deeply into this. How does this principle affect living with one another? Do you ever hear it said, I could not or I will not ever forgive them for that? As Christians, do we have any right at all to say that when we have been forgiven for all? In the healing ministry, I have had to ask by God's direction people to forgive before I was allowed to pray for healing. To forgive has more beneficial attributes to you than to the person you forgive. It's of no consequence to them whether you forgive or not, but it will eat you up inside. Let's set ourselves free. Forgive. Now here is the hard part. Check this out if you cannot accept my words, please. In the scriptures where it talks of forgiveness, the original word means more than this. It actually means forgive and forget. Do not let this enter your head, enter your thoughts or your conversation again. Our record book in heaven is clean by the blood of Christ. We have done nothing wrong. If we are reminded of our faults, it's Satan himself at work, not God. We should remind him of the work of the cross. We're forgiven, he isn't. However, Let's not forget to make good if we know that we've wronged someone. So the dog stays. Another chance. Let's see her good points and love her whatever. Perfect love casts out all fear. Jesus taught us to pray, and forgive us our sins as we have forgiven those who sin against us. God bless you. This is Pastor Gray saying goodbye.